I need to turn on the big light.
There you go. It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It's time for Wow, Did We Rush to Get on the Air?
Oh, yeah, no. Pulling the curtain back, I just got done dealing with the wasp in the house. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I bet it was fun to watch.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure it was. I'm sure it would have been too. But I do want to put this up on the screen because we are halfway to the goal.
We're halfway there.
Whoa, gonna break my crotch.
Yeah, no, there is no way that is ending well.
No.
So we're halfway to getting Greg hurt, guys.
Yay. Just what I always wanted.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. And apparently we're doing Mickey Mouse.
While Jeff isn't here. Damn.
So there you go. You get the graphics on the bottom of the screen. You know the deal. Send the money to the Streamlabs if you want to see me do something stupid. If you want to see me do something really stupid, bam, right there.
We're almost there, guys.
We are. And speaking of almost there, we're almost at Money in the Bank, which is this Saturday. So we're going to do some predictions, see what's going to happen. There's a lot of speculation about who's going to win the men's Money in the Bank. Not so much about the women's, though. There's not.
I broke it down on my show, and I said that there's two logical winners to this year's Money in the Bank for the women's. We broke it down to 3 for the men's.
Yeah. So let's talk about the Money in the Bank card. I will pull it up. Let's start off with the World Heavyweight Championship match between Seth freaking Rollins, or as Paul Heyman would say, Seth freaking Rollins.
I fucking love Paul Heyman, dude.
And he will be facing Finn Balor. Is he supposed to be the demon in this?
I don't think so. I think it's supposed to be just straight Finn versus Seth, but I would be very into it if he did pull out the demon character for it.
Here's the problem with the demon. He's lost the last 2 times that he is.
And that would mean that he would need to win it.
Yeah.
But I do want Seth to have a longer reign with the title, so I really hope it doesn't go to Finn this Saturday. Yeah,
but there's also rumors online, and who knows what that means, of a major upset this weekend. Maybe we'll cover that in this. Ratnick sent in $5 and asked, what's worse, being a Browns fan or being a Cowboys fan?
I think in terms of press media, it would be a Browns fan just because of Deshaun Watson. In terms of historical failures, I'm going to go with the Cowboys.
Well, here's the thing. The Cowboys at least have 5 Super Bowls to their name.
Yes, but how much shit have they talked for how little they've gotten in the last 2 decades?
Well, how much shit have the Browns fans talked for not getting shit in the last 6 decades?
You got a very valid point. Very valid point, Gregory.
Yes, that's what I'm here for. Valid points and doing stupid stuff. That's the show. That should be the tagline. Valid points and stupidity.
But I would say that it definitely depends on how you're looking at it. How much shit have you been talking about your team?
Yeah, and here's the thing. Like, Steelers fans, if we are one thing, like, there are some that are Super Bowl every year, and then there are others, like myself, that are brutally honest about the team. It's like, maybe this team.
Here's going Super Bowl.
How last year's team managed to get 9 wins, I will never know. Especially
because you have Mike Tomlin as the head coach.
Tomlin is immune to losing seasons. Like, he gets right to the cusp.
That motherfucker ain't even going to tie on the season. He want to at least pull even.
Yeah. Because if that 2-6 stretch would have happened towards the end of the season, we might be having a different discussion.
But I think you guys got a decent chance at it. Russell Wilson's going to at least get an MVP vote this year.
I mean, maybe the Broncos will do better than last year. They couldn't do much worse, honestly.
No. I was talking with my fiance the other day, and then I brought up to myself the fact that we had a practice squad wide receiver at quarterback for a game. I think it was during the COVID year.
The COVID year, there's so much to be mad about.
Tuesday night football.
Wednesday afternoon football.
It was the weirdest NFL season I've ever had to live through.
Well, you weren't here for the episode of this show where I went off on the NFL for that game, because that was when the Greg Cheer Show actually aired in the afternoons.
And you're like, motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's like, hey, this is a Steelers game preview for today on a Wednesday.
Yeah, you're like, we are here sat on a Wednesday, and we are talking about the NFL game that is happening tonight, or in about an hour and a half.
It's like, and the next week of the NFL season starts tomorrow.
So weird, dude. Last season we had the first ever completely called off NFL game. Not postponed, not delayed, completely voided.
Well, that one is
for a very valid reason, but it's the fact that it still happened.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody would have wanted to continue the game after that.
I was just genuinely surprised that Goodell didn't just postpone it till a later date.
Here's the thing, though. That happened at the end of the season. If that would have been like a week 2 or week 3 thing, they might have tried
to push it further or like do a double header somewhere.
The problem is, since everybody has different bye weeks, it's very tough to do that. So yeah, they only had to play 16 games.
Because that shit happened in like the first possession, wasn't it?
It was the first half of the first quarter. I know that much.
Yeah, it was very early into the game. But hey, DeMar Hamlin is back on the field. He was looking good.
Well, hopefully he doesn't take any hits like he did last year.
And that was a routine tackle too, so
you never know what it's going to do. So we are now $70 shy of the goal.
We're almost there.
We're almost there. We're inching ever so closely to that illustrious 150. And I'll tell you what, I will give the people till Friday, till midnight on Friday to donate to the goal. I won't be like, oh, you have to get it in before the end of the hour. No, like I will give you till.
Yeah, we're going to be promoting it throughout the week.
Yeah. It is a monthly goal, so there you go. Next up for the Money in the Bank, let's talk about the Bloodline family feud, as it were. The Usos taking on Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa.
Very interesting match. Very looking forward to this.
This one is tough. This one is tough to call because it could go really anyway. If the Usos win, Solo's getting pinned. If the other team wins, Roman's getting the pin.
Exactly. Which is why I think wholeheartedly that it's going to be the Usos getting the win. Because of all the people in that match, there's one person that's good to take the pin in this scenario, and it's Solo.
Yeah.
I would love to see, and it would further the dissension in the bloodline, especially with Solo and Roman, if Roman takes the pin in this match.
I mean, there is a built-in story there because the very first person to ever pin Roman Reigns in WWE 10 years ago was Jey Uso.
Mm-hmm.
So that's built right in there. I hope they bring that up. And I have a feeling that, I'm just going to call it. Jey Uso is going to pin Roman Reigns.
Let's go, Greg.
To set up a SummerSlam Universal title match.
I would not be opposed.
Or maybe they do a fatal four-way with all of the bloodline.
But how are you going to get the descent? How long do we got until SummerSlam? 2 months? A month and a half?
Is there? Well,
It's August,
Well,
right?
it's at the beginning of July. SummerSlam, I think, is early to mid-August.
Yeah, so we got about a month and a half.
So I think it's the next show after Money in the Bank.
I would like to see the Bloodline Fatal 4-Way, but how are we going to get the dissension between the Usos? Is it just because of the titles?
I don't think you need dissension between the Usos. I guess they would just see it as, hey, this is an opportunity for one of us
To get the title.
to take the title from Roman.
Oh, can we also talk about, I saw the other week, Roman in his locker room has all 3 titles just stacked up behind him. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I just need him coming out with all 3 of them stacked on top of each other.
I mean, he's looking like a creative character at this point with that many titles.
Oh, speaking of, Fight Forever also has the belt collector animation, which is cool as shit.
I did see that because somebody put all the belts on Ricky Starks, as it should be.
As it should be. Absolute.
All right. Going from the Bloodline, we go to the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Ricochet versus L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
Versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus Santos Escobar versus Butch versus Damian Priest versus Logan Paul. I want it to be LA Knight so bad.
We've got 3 logical choices here.
It's either LA Knight, Damian Priest, or Logan Paul.
Those are the 3. Priest, if Finn Balor wins and Damian Priest wins,
yeah,
that is a chance for Judgment Day to actually look a little, kind of scary, because Priest could potentially hop brands and get those titles.
Mm-hmm.
But it's realistically down to LA Knight and Logan Paul. And I've seen a lot more leaning towards Logan Paul recently, and I do not like it.
That London crowd is going to hate everything.
Dude, they're going to shit, like literally shit all over that match.
I don't think they can do it 2 years in a row, though, because Theory won the Crickets closing the show last year.
It's got to be LA Knight.
Yeah. That one wasn't even intentional.
I was about to say that was perfect, but
yeah,
it has to be him. Like, just imagine he would have an Edge level run with the briefcase. He would have a Miz level run with the briefcase.
Yeah. I think that he is the logical choice because he will be there all the time. And while Logan Paul could cash in Money in the Bank,
I just want to see Logan Paul wrestle more on TV now. If he's going to do the whole wrestling gimmick now. I know he's probably only signed a contract to do the big events.
Yeah. And which is a smart move for him, honestly. If he can get the money, just take the small payoff.
Get your bag.
Yeah. Then he'll be fine. But for long-term booking, I think LA Knight's the way to go. Moving on to the women's Money in the Bank match. It's Becky Lynch versus Zoe Stark versus Zelina Vega versus Bayley versus Io Sky versus Trish Stratus.
The 2 logical women for this match, in my mind, is Trish Stratus and Io Sky.
I think Trish wins.
I think Trish wins this. And I did think on Monday or on Tuesday that it could have been Trish or Zoe. Like, I thought it was going to be one of those 2 taking the briefcase.
Yeah.
But I can definitely see Io getting the briefcase and cashing in opportunistically at some point in the future.
I think that Zoe will almost be playing like a line of defense for Trish.
Yeah. Because this is the Thank You Trish tour.
Yeah. Which is funny because Trish was supposedly retired 4 years ago, and now she's back, and now she's competing in a ladder match, her first ever ladder match.
Yeah, she's putting in the work. We cannot argue that Trish isn't putting in the work. And she's wrestling on TV. She's doing the work on Raw.
Yep. It's just so hard to believe, but I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain.
And she's going to hold that briefcase so fucking well.
There's one thing I wish, though. I wish Sasha was still with the company, because a Sasha versus Trish match is all that I want.
That match would be great, especially seeing that Trish can still go one-on-one.
Oh, Trish can absolutely still go. It drives me nuts. It's like Trish has wrestled 3 of the 4 horsewomen, but not the one I want.
Yeah, now Trish is putting in the work. Like it does kind of seem like a bit of a slap to the face of Sasha.
Who would Trish cash in on, though? That's the question. Because the champions are both heels right now.
It's Rhea and it's Asuka. She could cash in on Asuka, and it would make sense because Asuka is like the ultimate tweener.
Yeah. Cody Rhodes versus Dominic Mysterio.
This is the one that I think is going to be the huge upset.
You think Dom's going to win?
What if, dude, imagine the crowd if Dom gets a roll-up win on Cody. Yeah. Just a cheeky fucking schoolboy roll-up.
Mm-hmm. And then Cody has to face Lesnar at SummerSlam, probably.
I also said that Brock is probably going to absolutely murder Cody to end the show. I think Cody Dom is going to be the closing of the show.
I don't think that match is going to main event.
It might. Who knows? It is Cody Rhodes.
I mean, I can see it being like partway through the show or even opening it, but I can't.
But we do have 2 Money in the Bank matches. We got to start and close with the Money in the Bank matches.
Yeah, you figure you start with the women's one and with the men's, or even
if LA Knight wins, yeah, you close with the men's. If Logan Paul wins, you close with the men's. Because it's not going to be crickets. It's going to be hellacious boos.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be heat.
Bully Ray is somewhere sweating his ass off.
Yeah. Speaking of matches that have been talked about for potential upsets, the Intercontinental Championship between Gunther and Matt Riddle.
I can totally see Riddle being the one to take the belt off Gunther and have Gunther do this as a feud.
Though.
What'd you say?
He's so close to the record, though.
Oh, shit, he is. We do need Gunther to finish that out. I think keep this reign going. How long does Gunther have?
I think September is when he breaks the record.
All right, so Money in the Bank is in July. We've got 2 more pay-per-view cycles.
Yeah, we got SummerSlam in August, and we got...
Oh, yeah, SummerSlam in August.
We got Payback, which is in Pittsburgh.
What if they do it in Pittsburgh? They can keep this rivalry going for 3 months. We've seen WWE keep feuds going longer than they need to.
I mean, the New Day's record tag team reign ended in Pittsburgh. So I don't know. I don't want Gunther to lose the championship until after he breaks the record.
Yeah, he needs to break the Hunk of Men's record.
The Honky Tonk Man.
Honky Tonk Man.
And Gunther's already made it farther than Santino did.
I do think Gunther breaks the record. They need someone to be that solidified title reign.
Yeah.
And he's almost there. And he's had matches where he's had to defend Drew McIntyre, Sheamus.
Both of them.
Sheamus again. He had a lot of matches with Sheamus.
He did. And Honky Tonk Man's had that record for, 35 years?
It was the one that was broken by, when the title reign was broken by Warrior, wasn't it?
Yeah, at SummerSlam. So it's been 35 years. Almost my entire life that Honky Tonk Man has had that record.
That's insane.
Yeah. I'm picking Gunther here. I can't.
I don't know if Matt Riddle takes it here. And especially knowing the Brit Rest audience that's going to be in London,
Yeah,
you want Gunther to win that match.
I wonder. There's a part of me thinking that this was the match that they were talking about for the upset, but who knows?
Dude, I think the upset is Logan Paul winning the fucking.
I'd be disgusted.
I think that's the upset.
I'm thinking it's Cody and Dom.
You think Dom might really take this?
Yeah.
I just want that for the nuclear heat that would happen afterwards. Again, imagine a schoolboy roll up and then Dom rolling out of the ring and going, "I beat Cody Rhodes."
I think Cody's got to be kept out of the main event scene for a little bit longer prior to WrestleMania season.
You think he's winning the Rumble 2 years in a row? You think he's pulling the Shawn Michaels?
I think Gunther wins the Rumble.
I hope Gunther wins the Rumble. He deserves to win the fucking Rumble.
And he challenges the World Heavyweight Champion.
Oh, he challenges for big gold with the logo in the middle?
Yeah. Because I think it's still going to be Cody and Roman at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be Gunther and whoever for the World Heavyweight Championship, and then Gunther can go on a Reigns-like run. The Women's Tag Team Championships, Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler against Raquel Rodriguez and the returning Liv Morgan.
Good to see Liv back. I forgot what her injury was.
Well, I thought she was going to be out for like months, and she's already back.
Yeah, I thought it was like an ACL tear or something that she went out with.
It apparently wasn't that severe, so that's good.
Hey, I mean, it's good to see her back. Don't know about putting her with Ronda whenever she first gets back, but we'll see how that goes. Ronda hasn't proven to be a dangerous worker, has she?
No, not. I mean,
she's not Nia Jax, that's for sure.
Yeah, I guess you'd have to ask Alexa Bliss about that.
Oh, that's right. Didn't Alexa get a concussion after one of their matches?
Yeah. Well, Cody has to Elimination Chamber to face Roman at Mania.
I can see that. Cody in the Chamber, have him to go from number one. He needs to get color in that match. He needs to bleed in that match in order for it to get across.
Yeah.
Like how much he's had to fight to get back to Roman.
And maybe even blood in the Mania match, too.
I guarantee we'll see blood in the Mania match.
So there's 2023 Money in the Bank. I will not be able to watch it live because I will be attending a wedding.
The Raw Ball podcast will be live for it, so give your attention over here.
Yeah, go check that out on Saturday.
Is there any football news from your end of the world?
Not that I've seen. No, nothing out of the ordinary. There probably won't be a little more football news until maybe later in the month of July, early August. Because that's about when the preseason's going to start.
I know the big story right now is where's DeAndre Hopkins going to go? And signs to me are pointing New England. I know you hate that, Greg, because the Patriots and the Steelers absolutely hate each other.
Well, I'm not even going to be mad at it because it's not Brady throwing to Hopkins. It's going to be
Macaroni and Jones.
Yeah. And Mac Jones hasn't exactly endeared himself to the winning ways.
It's okay. Belichick might do it. Who knows? They somehow made the playoffs. I don't know if they did it last year, but they did it the year before. I know that.
He's not the next coming of Tom Brady, I'll say.
Oh, for damn sure, no. That's Bailey Zappi.
Remember when I thought it was Garoppolo?
Dude, I remember whenever Matt Castle went to the Chiefs and actually had like a 10-6 season, people were like, "Look at how good of a head coach Belichick is. He just produced 2 top-tier quarterbacks back to back."
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know. We'll see. Belichick he's done some good quarterbacks. He's not done some good quarterbacks. Speaking of former NFL Patriots quarterbacks, Ryan Mallett passed away.
Yeah, that was a sad situation.
That was out of left field. Supposed drowning.
Yeah. Very unfortunate. You never want to see that happen to anybody. So, Josh is saying a dang sure ain't Kenny Pickett. Listen, Josh, if you were as confident about the Browns as you thought, you would have taken my bet, but you didn't. So
Let's see. Kenny Pickett could easily be the next Brock Osweiler.
remember, man, Brock Osweiler was so hyped up for those few weeks.
Dog, it's the fact that him and Peyton Manning basically share that season as Super Bowl winning quarterbacks.
Yeah. Peyton was terrible that year, though.
Dude, it was I've never had such confusion for an NFL season. Usually for the Broncos, we're either dog shit or we're good. We sat there and watched as the season was like, oh, we're doing really good. We're doing really good. And Peyton got really badly hurt. Now we got this really tall quarterback who throws it at the ground a lot more than he should. And he's somehow winning. So we're doing really good. We're doing really good. And then we do really bad.
That was very much a defensive season for the Broncos.
Dude, defense wins championships. That statement still rings true.
It does. All right.
Hey, your defense could win you a championship. Who knows?
I mean, the Steelers have the highest paid defense, or at least they did last season in the NFL.
You guys have a chance.
If TJ Watt stays healthy, then I can see it. But that was the problem. He was out for a good chunk of the year, and then because he's TJ Watt, he was a beast and came back, even though he tore his freaking pec.
Dude, them Watt boys are another level.
Yeah, they're insane.
They're not human beings.
And yet people will still say that Myles Garrett is better.
Hey, Myles Garrett at least has helmet swinger to his repertoire.
That game just made me mad. Like, not even that the Steelers lost, but just that whole thing was unnecessary.
Bro, Miles Rudolph could have had his fucking head caved in. Myles Garrett is a big motherfucker.
And swinging a helmet. Like
Mason Rudolph. I said Miles. My bad.
No, that's fine. He might not know what his name was after he got hit in the helmet.
He probably thought his name was Miles Rudolph.
Yeah. Probably thought it was Miles from Sonic the Hedgehog.
Where the fuck my tail's at?
I'm supposed to have 2 of them. Yeah, that game was just annoying. Not as annoying as the game that I've never been so annoyed with the Steelers win as that Wednesday night game against the Ravens. That was the most annoying thing in the world.
What, just because you had to sit there and watch football on a Wednesday night?
Well, it wasn't even that. Like
that is middle of the week football.
The Ravens should have had to forfeit that game because they had like 15 players that couldn't play because of COVID restrictions. And they kept delaying it and delaying it and delaying it. But then they make the Broncos play with no quarterbacks. It's like,
No, we had a quarterback. He just so happened to be our practice squad wide receiver.
Okay.
Who played a little bit of quarterback in high school. He had 4 snaps at college quarterback. I looked up a video. 4 snaps at college quarterback. And we threw that sack of shit out at quarterback. I'm sorry, Kendall Hinton, but you should not have been throwing the football for us.
Yeah, that season was completely insane.
I've never been so depressed as an NFL football fan. Yeah, the Ravens get their games postponed, but we got a handicap already. We got Drew Lock at quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, that would do it.
Horsecock Lock got COVID, and then we had to just throw a wide receiver out there.
What makes me mad is that the Ravens should have had to forfeit that game, and had they forfeited that game and the Steelers not had to play them, then Bud Dupree wouldn't have gotten hurt for the rest of the season, and then Steelers probably would have had a better record and probably would have gone further in the playoffs than they did.
You guys don't even have Bud Dupree anymore, do you?
No, he was traded to the Titans after that season. Josh, I know that the Browns beat the Steelers in the playoffs. I'm well aware.
Hey, you know who else beat the Steelers in the playoffs? The Broncos with Tim Tebow.
I remember that game too. The 80-yard pass, first play of freaking overtime. I remember. I watched it.
Yeah, Tim Tebow's one good season. Dude, I was such a Tim Tebow fan whenever he was a Bronco.
And then he got demolished by New England.
Dude, no, it was bad.
So
Why is it that whenever we play the Patriots, we either have a blowout game against them or they kick the dog shit out of us? The only time we had close games against them is when we had Peyton.
I'm just so annoyed of anything New England.
Understandable.
It's ridiculous.
Red Sox are doing horrible, so you can smile about that.
Well, so are the Yankees. It's not that much of a win.
Yeah, but the Yankees are what? Third? You guys are on the third slot.
Are we? I thought we were.
No, because I know the Blue Jays are right above us. Last I checked yesterday.
Let me look. MLB standings. Just show me the good ones so you don't have to load everything. American League, AL East. Oh, hey, yeah.
So you guys are doing better than you thought.
Not much.
Red Sox are doing dog shit.
Well, Red Sox are at 500. That's better than...
Dude, the fact that our division is all above 500.
The Pirates...
fell. They fell hard.
They fell hard. They lost like 10 in a row.
Cardinals still down at the bottom.
Cincinnati Reds, who last year started out, 2-19? This year, they're at the top of the NL Central. Nothing makes sense in sports.
Yeah, I was about to say, Sean Ross Sapp very happy and over there with the Reds.
Sell the team.
And the Athletics are still on track to be the worst team in MLB history.
21 and
I think Cap broke it down and found out that if they keep going at the rate that they're going, they're going to finish the season 40-122.
They just beat the Yankees though the other night. It's like how do you lose to Oakland A's are like a AAA team right now. How do you lose with this team?
The MLB is a cruel, cruel mistress, Greg.
I know it's not even the All-Star break, but come on.
We're almost there.
Aaron Judge needs to come back in a big way. He's the only person with a bat on the team.
Yeah, what happened with Giancarlo Stanton? I knew he never really had an eye for the plate, but
he sucks too. I don't know what happened to him. He was hitting dingers last season. I don't know what
dude, if he makes contact, chances are it's going over the fence. Like Giancarlo Stanton has power in the bat. He just doesn't have an eye. He swings
I don't know how you get that far in baseball and not have something.
Good contact.
Yeah, at least make contact with the ball. I understand that, some of the best baseball averages, 300, means you don't make the play or you don't make first base. at least 70% of the time. Baseball is such a weird thing. You can fail at the plate 70% of the time, and you're told you're good.
Oh, dude, it just depends on who your manager is, how you're looking at it. Like, are you more analytical, or are you looking more at home runs, RBIs, and average? Like, it just depends on how you're looking at things. And then you got a player like Shohei Ohtani, who's an absolute anomaly.
I mean, I guess I don't want to say too much because, again, it's not even the All-Star break yet, but Yankees are going to need to do some serious work. Like, hey, maybe you should spend those couple days that you have off learning how to hit the ball.
Yeah, you would think with players like DJ LeMahieu, Keinzer Falefa, you got some people who got good contact. It's just they're not making contact.
No. Like, get your eyes checked or something. Get glare. I don't know what the problem is. You're winning points, Josh, aren't you?
All I know is that whenever the football season comes around, I'll be back into the betting sphere. Time to make some money in the NFL season.
I am so terrible with sports betting that I don't even bother.
Hey, dude, NFL I found is, at least for me, the easiest shit to bet on.
Well, to an extent, yeah.
Betting yards and, the amount that a player is going to pass, it's pretty easy to, make a little bit of money here and there in the NFL season.
I tried to do parlays a lot last season, and I never hit on any of them. I got like 4 out of 5, or like 4
Dude,
out of
those piss me off, but at least it's telling you, hey, you've got an eye for what you're betting on. You know what players are going to do. It's just a player didn't show up in a certain category. It happened a lot with me in the NBA season this year, but I still hit quite a bit.
I know there's been talks of me redoing that wrestling media league for fantasy football. I did not do great in it last season, so I'm hoping I can redeem myself.
I would invite you into the wrestling or into the football league this year, but I know that money's a little tight on your end.
Unfortunately. Dude, I went to play in a poker tournament for my buddy's bachelor party. What's up, Dwayne?
What up, Dwayne?
And I was playing poker from 11 o'clock in the morning till about 8 o'clock at night. And it was a poker tournament, and I fell 2 spots short of cashing.
Wow.
So I played for 9 hours and won absolutely nothing.
Dude, I'm so sorry.
I was pissed. Because it's at that point, it's like, you know what? I wish I would have gone out 4 hours ago so I could have just gone home.
Yeah, go home and enjoy the rest of your night.
If I'm not even close, then it's like, well, that sucked. That was a waste of time. But the fact that I was too short, it was like, are you kidding me? It was my own fault. I should have shoved before the flop on that last hand. I let people in the hand and cost me.
Damn. I'm never good with cards.
I'm pretty good. I took second in a poker tournament yesterday. Not as big money, but
Hey, at least you made some money though, right?
a little bit, yeah. So we are still $70 short for me doing Melina's entrance. I do, now that I have people here, I do want to make an announcement. I forgot to put a graphic up, but tell you what, I will make a graphic here.
Oh.
Well, I'll just make like a, not so much a graphic, just like text box.
Can you sports bet at the arenas like how they are in Vegas or?
Well, I've never been to Vegas, so I couldn't tell you. All right. Did I spell that right? How do you spell collision?
COLLISON.
Okay. It just didn't look right. All right. So I have a very special announcement for everybody watching. And I'm trying to get some special guests for this as well. But coming up, not this coming Saturday, but the following Saturday, July 8th. My wife will not be here pretty much all day. So, since I'll be by myself, we are going to do a special Greg Cherry show on a Saturday and go all freaking day, baby.
That sounds like a whole hell of a lot of fun.
It does. I think I'm going to bring back the every $50 donate, I'll pie myself in the face. Which means I'll be covered by the end of it.
Fucking Dwayne.
Yeah. I'm going to try to get some guests. I have a couple people confirmed already. I'm not going to make announcements on that yet. And so I'm working on getting some guests to go throughout the show because that's going to be a long show that day.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to work on some games. We might break out into a spontaneous jack of all trades. You never know. Sat will not be there, just for the record. He's busy with Wrestle Talk stuff that day. But could have some fun with just...
Keeps dodging the title defenses.
I am working on getting some guests. So we will see who those are. I might announce some guests next week. But there you go. Special Greg Cherry Show, Saturday, July 8th.
And I should be there for a good amount of that.
Well, there you go. So Mandy Laws will be there. All right, 15 minutes to go before AEW Dynamite tonight.
Interesting matches tonight.
Yeah. You got Moxley and Ishii as one of them.
That's going to just slap. They're just going to beat some meat off of each other.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be fun. We're also going to hear from Jungle Boy. That's another one.
I don't know if we're going to call him Jungle Boy after tonight.
I doubt it. I feel like he's going to come out to no music.
Dude, I wouldn't doubt it if just like as a jab at WWE, they do like the most generic guitar riffs. Because you know how sometimes they'll rush to turn someone heel and have no music ready for them.
Well, I feel like he's got to develop his personality for being a heel. He might have new entrance music. I can't imagine they're still going to have...
Oh, way.
They're not going to have that for him being a heel.
Well, we already, at the pay-per-view for Forbidden Door, he even made fun of the...
Yeah. So they're not doing that anymore.
That was a crazy heel turn. How did you feel about that, Greg?
I feel like it was necessary. I feel like he needed something because he was kind of wallowing. So it'll be nice. People are already calling for him to reunite with Christian and Luchasaurus. It's like...
That'd be dumb.
I wouldn't.
What all of Forbidden Door have you seen?
I did see the Tiger Driver. Because
the Tiger Driver 93?
The Tiger Driver 91.
Was it 91? I thought it was 93.
Either way. Kenny Omega got dropped on his freaking head.
On his freaking neck. That was gnarly.
Which, here's the thing. If you haven't seen Japanese wrestling, that's how that move is supposed to go.
Yeah. Kawada and Masawa, they tried to kill each other in their matches. And that's whenever I first saw that move busted out.
And Omega's fine.
Oh yeah, it's not. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it if he's got some, slight stingers and shit. But
Like if it's a planned move and he's fine, I don't know why everybody's freaking out about it. It's not like Ospreay decided to shoot on him and just like drill him.
Yeah. I was about to say, if you've seen any Japanese match, Kenny's landed on his neck worse.
I mean, he's taking notes from Ibushi then, because Ibushi lands on his neck all the damn time.
Takahashi as well, Hiromu Takahashi, horrible neck bumps all the fucking time.
I'm pretty sure like Kota Ibushi like lost some sight in his eye with one of the neck bumps he took on an apron.
I would not doubt it.
Also, we're supposed to hear more of the blind tag team eliminator matches.
I saw a tweet earlier today from Dalton Castle. It was a picture of him with Eddie Kingston. I want that to be a tag pairing. Just imagine the carelessness of Dalton Castle.
Somebody said Eddie Kingston and Claudio Castagnoli.
No.
Yeah,
those guys don't even talk to each other when it comes to putting together a match.
I'm waiting for them to like break up some like actual tag teams for the sake of this. Not like actually break them up, but
put them against each other.
Yeah, like have Max Caster teaming with
put him with Austin and put Colton with Bowens.
Well, you don't have to do both of them, because that would be absurd.
Yeah.
It'd be like, okay, we know it's not random then. It's like, you got to make it as random as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll see that. There's an Owen Hart match tonight. Dr. Brett against
Soho.
Yeah, I was going to say it was Ruby Soho. I wasn't sure if it was Ruby or if it was...
And then we've got Sammy Guevara and Painmaker Chris Jericho versus Sting and Darby.
Yeah. Which could lead to some...
I think it's going to lead to Sammy's turn on Jericho.
And... Is there more than that?
I think that was all that I saw in the graphic. There might be another we'll hear from. I think we'll hear from MJF as well.
Oh, yeah. Well, we always hear from MJF. It's not like he's going to wrestle tonight.
Oh, he definitely ain't wrestling tonight, but he's going to be stroking his own dick because he beat Tanahashi.
Yep. From the indie fed known as New Japan.
Dude, that robe was amazing. New Japan is an indie.
I would see if AEW had their own streaming service, it'd probably be easier for me to watch it. But watching the report.
By the way, Bryan Danielson broke his fucking arm.
Yeah, and wrestled 10 more minutes against.
Did you expect anything less of him? This was his dream match against Okada.
Yeah, and he got it. Of course, he's probably out for a few months now.
Oh, dude, no. He's got to be out for at least 3 months. Did you see the break?
Yeah, I saw the X-ray.
That was a clean break. That thing is going to take a while to heal.
Dwayne says he thinks Darby's turning on Sting. I don't think so.
If Darby turns on Sting tonight, that'd be crazy to turn Darby heel, wouldn't you think? Especially since you just turned Jack, one of the other pillars, heel.
Yeah.
And all 4 pillars would be heel.
Well, unless Sammy turns on Jericho, and then you have Sammy.
A double.
There are too many turns talking about happening tonight. I don't think so.
I think the main turn is Sammy on Jericho. I don't know if there's going to be any other big turns.
I don't think the turn happens tonight.
You don't? You think it's going to be another lead?
You just turned Jack Perry heel. I don't see another turn, at least not now. I think that maybe Jericho and Sammy lose the match and dissension is teased, but I don't think there's a turn. Not yet.
What did you see the Fatal 4-Way for the international title?
I have not seen any matches like full
Okay.
from Forbidden Door.
I can definitely help you out with that.
I know Orange Cassidy retained. That's all I know.
It was a damn good match. And then Omega Ospreay is a must see. So I will definitely help you out and send you something, Greg.
I still need to catch up with the Mercedes Moné matches, like her one against Kyrie, and she had another one after that was supposed to be really good, like a triple threat.
It was it was the triple threat. I forget who the hell was in it.
But I heard it was excellent, which
I heard it was a really good match too, but I didn't get a chance to see it. I'll ask Davey.
all right. So I do want to say, as I mentioned earlier in the show, the goal of Melina's entrance continues until Friday.
We got 2 more nights.
Yes, so use the link if you want to donate before Friday. Because Friday at midnight, that's when the goal is closed. I may kick off that special show on July 8th with the Melina entrance if we reach that goal.
That would be crazy.
That would be.
What impact does Zelina Vega winning Money in the Bank do for the division?
I wouldn't mind seeing Zelina win the Money in the Bank because, like, Zelina is incredibly underrated. Like, she adds so much to not only the in-ring work, but the character work. Her pairing with Andrade was the best Andrade ever was. Zelina added so much to him. Not to say he's not doing good things right now in AEW, but as far as WWE is concerned, as long as Zelina was with Andrade, that was when he had his most impact. So Zelina winning Money in the Bank, I don't see it happening.
But I wouldn't be opposed.
I would not be opposed. I would not be opposed to seeing Zelina hold some singles gold. She's
At least hold the briefcase. Like, she doesn't have to win it because, God, we've had a lot of people fail recently.
We have. Oh, but speaking of fail Money in the Bank cash-ins, we got Lone Wolf Baron Corbin back, baby.
I did see that in NXT.
It's about time.
Definitely not using the I am the darkness.
On Raw, yeah, he used like his first tag. Which it makes me wonder, are CFOs back in the fold? Because a lot of their themes are being used again.
I did see that on the timeline that people were saying that CFOs might be coming back, but CFOs broke up because of their WWE partnership. So they would have had to be brought back together and then rehired.
Or maybe they just like paid for their library or something. I don't know.
That'd be interesting.
Either way, like I hope.
I did like CFO's music.
I want to see Lone Wolf Baron Corbin on the main roster as a babyface. That's what I want. Because
but they make baby faces all smiley and shit.
He can be a badass.
He needs to be an anti-hero baby face.
Yeah, something like that. He's a lone wolf. He doesn't have friends, anything like that. I'm not saying he'd be Austin level babyface, but that's kind of what you'd be going for with Corbin.
He just helps whenever he finds necessary. He's out for himself.
And he just whips everybody's ass and doesn't care who it is.
I still say he's got the best moveset of any wrestler on the main roster.
I have liked Corbin since his original NXT run. And people are just now starting to come around to Corbin. It's like, I have been saying this for 8 years.
Dude, they put him with Rhino in NXT. Like, they trusted him early.
Yeah.
They trusted him early whenever he had the briefcase, too. What the fuck did he do to get in trouble again?
I don't know, but like he paid for that for long enough, in my opinion.
Dude, he definitely paid long enough. What is this Twitter beef he has with Chef?
Apparently, the Chef reactions made fun of one of his steaks or something on his TikTok, and that's what kicked it off.
Damn.
Quite frankly, I would love to have some of Corbin's barbecue. It looks delicious.
Dude, I was about to say he's from the right part of Missouri whenever it comes to barbecue. So I definitely would love to try some of his barbecue.
I want some Casey barbecue.
He's gonna be another one of those guys like JR that once he's done and retired, he's gonna have his own line of rib rubs and barbecue sauces.
I'd definitely check him out. The JR stuff.
I was about to say, have you tried JR sauce? Because it's pretty good.
It's been a few years ago, but yeah, I tried it.
I remember whenever it was in stores when I lived out in Missouri, and my mom bought me a bottle to try it, and I really enjoyed it. And then it was gone like the next week.
Yeah. All right, so we are going to close the show there. As of right now, we have not hit our goal.
$70.
Yep, $70 in the next 2 days. So we will see if we hit that goal. If we do, I'm going to kick off the special July 8th episode with Melina entrance. I said I would never do it, but we have a goal to hit, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway,
I think you can get it, Greg. I think you can get it.
I think I can get it too. But Maddie, thank you for joining us. Next Wednesday, we will be back again, the day after July 4th, with another episode of The Greg Cherry Show. And then Saturday, July 8th, with the very special all-day episode of The Greg Cherry Show. Hope you guys can join us for that. Even if it's just for a little bit, if it's not the whole thing, I completely understand. I'm surprised I'm going to be there for the whole thing. But until next week, for Maddie Laws, I am Greg Cherry. Have a good night. Thank you for joining us. We will see you next week on The Greg Cherry Show. Don't be a jag. Good night.
Stay safe, stay healthy, stay hydrated.